and she has got a number 1 seed. She's playing Savannah State in her first game. UConn is the number 1 seed overall. You got Notre Dame, and of course you got Baylor, and so you got. I don't know. I just think that's something to be proud of for what Dawn Staley has done in Columbia. She's brought in some tremendous players. She's done it right. She knows how to coach. She learned how to coach very well at Virginia when she was playing up there, and it's something to be proud of. So as we go into this thing, the rankings and the coaches poll for the women, Connecticut 1, Notre Dame out of the ACC is 2, Maryland out of the Big Ten now is 3, South Carolina is 4, and Tennessee out of the SEC is 5, Baylor out of the Big 12 is 6, Florida State out of the ACC, and Louisville out of the ACC are 7 and 8. Arizona State is number 9, and number 10 is Oregon State. Kentucky jumps in up there at 11, and 12 is North Carolina. Back in the days, I was broadcasting Clemson women all the time and doing PA at Clemson for many years. It was Maryland, Virginia, and NC State just kind of ruled the roost. Jim came in and kind of got Clemson competing with them. And then they brought in this lady at Duke. I think she's still there. And they got to be very, very good. North Carolina did the same thing. So Clemson women fell off. I was kept up with them for years. Got to travel a good bit in parts of the country, broadcasting those playoff games, and really enjoyed it. But South Carolina is ruling the roost right now in this state in women's basketball, and what a great thing they're doing. Let's talk with just a moment about Wofford. A lot of the pundits are saying Wofford has a little bit of chance. I saw Seth Davis. Seth Davis was on, I don't know which he's from CBS. I saw him on a program, and he said, what you want to do is go in there and you look at your 5 playing 12. And your 5 playing 12. And he said, those are the people that have a chance of winning some games. He mentioned Buffalo having a chance against West Virginia and the men now, back to men. And he said that Bobby Hurley is coaching there. Hurley will move on to some greater things. You can be sure of that. At least I think so. And then you got a 5-12. Wofford is a 5-12. And Wofford is playing Arkansas. Arkansas is 26 and 8. Wofford's 28 and 6. And they're it's a 6 point, or the last thing I saw, maybe 7.5 points out of Vegas, that Wofford was an underdog there. But some people saying, well, that's they got a shot at it. Maybe they do. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't it just be great? But those are some of the 5-12s he said that you need to take a look at. This was Seth Davis, a so-called expert at CBS. I don't think anybody's an expert on anything, especially when it comes to sports. But, And then there's NC State at an 8, playing LSU at a 9, and there are those who say NC State who struggle to get there, 20 and 13, but they may have a shot. And another 5-12 that was mentioned as an opportunity for somebody to win was not Utah. Oh, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin is a 12 playing a 5 in Utah, and Stephen F. Austin won a couple of games last year in this tournament. Okay, now, big thing, Pete Rose is asked to get back in as a possibility in the Baseball Hall of Fame, regardless of what he may have done in the past. I think Pete should be allowed in, I really do. And guy got more hits than anybody did, swears he didn't bet against his team. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. How can you have a guy that got more hits than anybody? When I know of 2 guys that served some time for some other things, or if they didn't serve time, had an awful time in the Hall of Fame. One of them is the big pitcher from the Cubs, and a couple of guys had drug problems, and they got into the Hall of Fame. So why not? Let him go. I'm struggling along here talking because I'm trying to get to something. Okay. Tebow worked out for Philadelphia. They said he looked pretty good. He's been working with one of these quarterbacks gurus. Looked to me like he waited 4 or 5 years late to find a quarterback guru who could work with him and try to help him. He's making a big living working for ESPN, but I guess that passion, that desire, that fire in the belly is still there to play, and I wouldn't care if it would be fine if he made it with me. I've always thought the guy was a good guy, and so, all right. Okay, everybody, we're going to kind of ease on out of here. And this is Ken Allison, mostly sports talk. We'll see you later.